Hey Dell, Paul McLean here, Crestview RV, Buda, Texas. Thanks so much for your time yesterday. I know the missus is out of the country currently, but when she returns, let's show her these two campers we kind of narrowed it down to yesterday. This is the Jayco 2022 195 RB, standing for rear bath. The difference between this one and the Colorado I'm going to show you right after this is single axle versus double axle. And the width, we noticed that right away when you went into the Colorado, is 8 feet wide and this is 7 feet wide. So those are two of the major differences. Push button electric awning, LED light strip underneath that awning that you can turn on or off. And of course comes with a spare tire. The unique thing about this one in my opinion is the closet. So really hard to find closet space in any size camper, but this one has a big one. I said big one. So large closet in the back, rear bath because the bath is in the rear. Jayco is one of the few that are hanging on to the tub idea. So if you want a tub, there it is. And here's your floor plan. It's a camp queen, meaning a short queen with storage underneath that bed. You've got a little bit of hanging. I think this is hanging space. Let's find out. Might just be cupboards. Nope, little closet space on each side. So this one has a little bit of solar on the roof. There's your solar channel or charger. That'll keep your lights on, your awning in and out, your radio, and even run your refrigerator as well, I do believe. If this has an inverter, don't hold me to that, but it might have an inverter that'll run that 12-volt refrigerator as well. That'll make into a bed when you need to, otherwise that's where the morning coffee happens. Bluetooth radio, inside, outside speakers, plenty of AC for a small camper like this. Some countertop here, television would go there if you want one. And then you have a 2-burner stove here. Boom chakalaka. So this is the Jayco. Let's walk over to the Colorado and kind of look at the differences. Remember, Dell, that we have the RV park here on site. And what that means is that you'll know 100% that everything's working. Water heater, refrigerator, AC, because you'll do your orientation class at the RV park with all the regular hookups you're going to use when you go camping. So here's the Colorado, 1 foot wider. It's got the corrugated tin siding versus the fiberglass siding of the Jayco, but they're both wood frame. So don't let that fiberglass wall on the Jayco fool you. It's still a wood frame camper just as this is, but now double axle versus single axle, so it'll tow a little bit more steady. And if you had a flat, you can limp in somewhere without having to pull over and change as you do with a single axle. Push button awning here as well. And this is a great interior floor plan for a no slide out camper. Great big sink. Now you're going to have a little bit of an oven. The other one didn't. 2-burner stove still, but bigger sink. And the rear den, RD is rear den on this one, is really unique because these great big windows really open up the floor plan. Usually your view at a campsite is to the rear, so that's a winner. Jayco is following the footsteps of Grand Design and no longer putting their heating vents in the floor. So kudos to them for wising up there. And this is actually Colorado, not a Jayco. Jayco makes the same floor plan, but I don't think the windows are as large. When you guys stop by, we might compare this to the Jayco if you wind up on this over the Colorado. So this will jackknife into a bed. That'll make into a bed. 12-volt fridge. I believe it's the same fridge in both, Dell, if I'm not mistaken. Both have single dump ACs, which would be fine for this size of a camper. probably a little bit more storage here than the 195 RB. Same size bed. You don't get that big rear closet, but you get larger closets here. And then probably a slightly larger bathroom. Maybe about the same. Almost a tub, but not. So these are the two that we landed on. I will text you this video, and then I'll find out the exact prices on these two and text you that information as well. And we'll kind of go from there. This one, I don't have any of the interior lights on because of these, but because of these larger windows. Just all this natural light is fantastic on this one. So there you go. 406-696-4750 is my number. Montana number. Buda, Texas location. Crestview RV. Thanks so much. Give me a holler. Let me know which way you're leaning. And we'll either adjust the search or let's go camping.